I invented a new word. And if you can find the dictionary, let me know, because I just invented it this week for y'all. There's lots of phobias in the world. Phobias are just incredibly bad fears. You have to deal with that sometime. And you know, people can have phobias about anything. You can have a phobia about flying, or you can have a phobia about snakes, or you can have a phobia about dishwashing, or you can have a phobia about anything. But I think what you find is, I invented one called intimaphobia, because sometimes we're afraid to get close. Deep down in our hearts, all of us want to be close to another human being. That's a given in the equation. But we don't know how, and I'm going to show you where I think this all began. Right after Adam and Eve had bitten from the fruit, and by the way, in case you young guys are seeing pictures and stuff, it's actually not necessarily an apple. It says fruit, but we always think it's an apple because of what everybody shows us. Anyway, they bit from the fruit, and so they have disobeyed God. Now, this next two verses are what I think all relationships hinge on as far as intimacy right now. And I'm going to show you a practical example after a spiritual one. Took this from the Amplified Bible. It says, "But the Lord called Adam and said to him, 'Where are you?'" Now let's face it. He's God. He knows where Adam is. He's asking that for a reason. He tests us sometimes. He tests us sometimes. So here's what Adam said. I'm going to break it in 4 parts. I want you to think about this and see if this has happened in your life. "I heard the sound of you walking in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself." Now thinking of a modern day example, you think how this happens with us. "I heard the sound of you walking in the garden of my heart, and I was afraid. You might reject me. You might laugh at me. You might think I'm foolish. Because I was naked." Now I looked up that word. It not only meant unclothed, it meant unprotected in the original Greek. "So you might see my imperfection, my selfishness, my stupidity, my anything that I don't want you to see. So I hid myself by making a joke, changing the subject, laughing it off.